You heard it first here, people.
I thought you were going to say it makes you poignant.
Say it again.
That's okay. Your version is true.
That's the best thing. And then you're
The
right.
best.
This friend of mine who's an outfitter, he said he was dressed up in, I think, Idaho. He was taking people hunting, and it was so cold. This is Howard Hoskins. Do you know Howard? Dan Hoskins? No?
I know the husband's name.
Right, right. They had all this land in that south states.
Okay, got it.
So they moved back to Idaho. Anyway, he was an outfitter for many years, and he said one time he had to go so bad, he had so many clothes on that he wasn't able to. He said, so he just, warmed himself.
I think I like the wetsuit scenario a little bit.
Okay, well, at least there's an opportunity on the water. Yeah. They are diving. Go any further.
We're diving because we went underwater.
Yes.
All right, guys. So
At the end of the port, right, the dock, and the breakwater went all the way out here and even beyond. You can see from up above, you can still see the foundations on
I'm looking forward to it. What special moments to 2024?
towers, and then there was one great big tower, like a lighthouse that they kept 31. There's a fire going all the time for navigation at night, and storms and stuff like that. And it would indeed dock boats for the whole winter here. You hear about this in the book of Acts. Paul says, look, if we go, there's going to be a problem. And he evidently knew the cadence of the weather. And so typically the shipping lanes were closed for cross-Mediterranean shipping from October to March. And so they just opened up, if we were in the 1st century AD. Otherwise, you do what is called coasting. You coast along and move from port to port. You never go across the open sea. And there are examples of itineraries like that also in the book of Acts. I wrote a 700-page commentary on the book of Acts, and I spent about 3.5 years with Luke in my basement and got to know the book of Acts pretty well. And one of the things that I found was, man, the itineraries in the book of Acts are amazing. They're so detailed, but they're also so accurate. You never get, places switched around. There's never any backtracking or, things that are in those itineraries that shouldn't be there. And so he describes both open water and coasting when it comes to travel on the Mediterranean. I mean, it reads like a travel log, especially the latter part where he was, this is we and us and our, as opposed to him and they and them and his and stuff. When Luke starts to travel with Paul personally in chapter 16, you get this incredible spike in detail and just get amazing, like, word videos in the book of Acts. And my thought is that more than likely what he was doing when he wrote the book of Acts was incorporating his own daily diary. I mean, he knows exactly how many people on the ship. He knows exactly when they're about to wreck, in what order they threw stuff overboard to try to lighten the boat. And it makes sense. It's from the least important to the most expensive stuff. It's the payload, the wheat that's thrown out last. And just incredible stuff in the book of Acts. I never dreamed it was there until I started digging into it, word for word, detail by detail. Anyway, 2 different ways of crossing the Mediterranean, and we just talked about it. So the port, right, the breakwater, and the dock. Everybody good? Got your pictures? Got any questions? You other guys, pastors? Good to go then. All right. I think the next stop is the most important one. It would be the bathroom on the way out. So